Good evening, everyone. A Lamar County man is accused of abducting a woman, stabbing her, and leading law enforcement on a two-state chase.
Right now, 33-year-old Marshall Lee Gray is being held on a probation violation until formal charges are filed. Lamar County Sheriff Hal Allred says the incident started in Marion County, where the 59-year-old victim was taken. She was put inside a stolen car, and Gray headed south into Lamar County. When they encountered slow traffic near Sulligent, the woman jumped out of the vehicle. Allred says Gray got out of the vehicle and started attacking the woman, and bystanders stopped to help. Investigators say Gray ended up across state line in Monroe County, where he allegedly tried to break into a house. Allred says Gray then drove back to the Sulligent area. Law enforcement were able to block his car, keeping Gray from escaping near the railroad tracks in Sulligent. He was arrested there. Charges are now pending in Monroe County here in Mississippi and Lamar and Marion counties in Alabama.
One of the Good Samaritans is a 17-year-old soon-to-be Sulligent High School senior. He was heading home around 4 Wednesday afternoon when he stopped to help.
Our Jory Talley talks with him, and she joins us now in the studio with more on what he says happened. Jory?
CJ McLemore spent most of today having his truck cleaned, but he did relive the scary moments with me and is very thankful he was in the right place at the right time.
She's waving, which I thought she was telling cars to come on by her. Well, I pull up probably a car length behind her, and she gets out of the vehicle, and she's holding her arm and she's screaming and yelling, saying he's trying to kill me, he stabbed me.
That's when the 59-year-old woman jumped in CJ McLemore's truck.
At that point in time, he gets out of the car, and approaches me with a knife. So she finally gets around my truck. You can see the blood stain, and she opens up my passenger seat and she gets in. Well, she said, he's trying to kill me, we need to go.
McLemore says Marshall Gray claimed there had been an accident in the car. That's when another bystander spotted Gray's knife and pulled a gun. That's when Gray drove away.
I was just glad I was there at that time. Thank God had me there for a reason. And I think the dude behind me, I think he saved my life too for having that gun there. And I'm just glad I got to help. I'm glad she made it.
The victim told McLemore she was from San Francisco and was visiting family in Hamilton, Alabama when she was held at knife point.
I really didn't have time to be scared. I just, I did what I thought was, at that moment, I thought it was right.
Now, here's some background about Marshall Gray. Sheriff Allred says Gray was released from prison last Saturday. 2 years ago, he pleaded guilty to rape in the first degree and was sentenced to 20 years in prison and 5 years probation. However, in the plea deal, Gray received a split sentence, meaning he only had to serve 38 months of that 20-year sentence. All other counts in his indictment were dismissed. Allred says this current case is frustrating because he believes Gray should have had to serve all 20 years considering Gray's past.